Chuckabutties, what a way to start 2025 weather-wise, all that snow and the blast of cold air. So by way of contrast, here is a Nigel Cecil video that Hilary and I were fortunate enough to record in a much warmer place last month.
Nigel Cecil, calling things out.
Showbiz. A trigger warning. Working in the entertainment industry, showbiz, can be dangerous to your health. Hello, Chuckabutties. Welcome. Thank you for joining me, moi, Nigel Cecil, ably assisted by my very good friend Hilary, who always wants me to say, whenever I mention that I'm an entertainment entrepreneur, I'm also somewhat of a legend in my own lunchtime, but a legend that survived in the biz for many years, too many years than we care to remember, Hilary. So the tragic death of Liam Payne from One Direction has triggered a petition being launched on change.org, already at the time of making this video attracting 135,000 supporters, calling for legislation to be enacted to protect the working lives, the welfare of musicians, entertainers. And of course, when you think about it, does anyone really realise what the entertainment biz is all about? I mean, imagine. And, you know, when we think of Liam Payne, we think of all the others who've lost their lives working in the entertainment biz. But just imagine, because it's difficult for others to think what's going on. You've gone to Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and you've gone on the big one, you've gone on the Pepsi Max or whatever it is, all these big dippers, and you're there, screaming, shouting, coming down, and then you get off the ride and you are, Now imagine that happening to you every day, because that's what happens on a tour. You go on a tour and, well, you're in this city one day, that next city, you don't really know where you're going. It's like being closeted in a luxury prison. And you go on stage and the highs and lows, the screams, the shouts, well, you're buzzing. You even come off stage flying. And you go into a quiet dressing room or to a reception where you're supposed to be energetic again. The demands are astronomical, unimaginable at the first division. But even so, at the lower grassroots level, they are just as demanding in their own way. You have to learn how to survive. I recall when I was a youngster singing in a pop band, and I got a bit nervy. You think, well, the audience there, and you start to feel this little bit of a... And we had the family doctor in those days. Our doctor was Dr. Murphy, wonderful character, always there, always ready to chat. And they said, you know, Nigel, there's something you have to realise. The entertainment business requires an emotional character, a person who is able to cope with the highs and the lows. And realistically, if you're having a really bad time, we may be able to give you tablets that will tide you over. You may think, well, I'll have a little drink to tide me over. But that's all they're doing, because they're masking your inability to cope. And just like everyone can't be an astronaut or even a train driver, or who knows, you have to be assessed as whether you are suitable for that particular lifestyle. And all I can suggest is, whilst we may help you just a little bit, you have to consider, Nigel, whether you are suitable to be in the entertainment profession. And of course, when you're young, well, it's all happening. Of course we can do it. Naturally we can do it. But does anyone say to the young would-be performers when they're taking college courses, drama courses, say, can we just sit down? Do you realise what it's all about? when it comes to getting a job. At any one time, some 85% are out of work, looking for work. It's insecure all the time. Unless you are physically, mentally, and almost bodily able to cope with insecurity, then maybe you should be considering another job. And when that thought hits you, you think, no, well, of course I can do it. So I just think it's tragic in some ways, the way others fail to realise the demands on performers in the entertainment biz. And this petition, wonderful. But of course, many performers are self-employed. And so really, it's a wonderful idea, but I almost say, how's it going to work? And indeed, with Equity, the trade union for professional actors, variety entertainers and other creators across the United Kingdom, when the Variety Artists Federation incorporated with Equity, they had a variety branch structure. And the whole idea of the variety branch wasn't really to be a socialist get-together. It was for variety members who were there at the grassroots on a day-to-day basis trying to get work with different agents, different venues, all sorts of variables. You'd come together and have a chat and say, do you know what's happening there? Oh yes, and they had a benevolent fund. And the benevolent fund there was just to let other members know that fellow members cared. It was all about caring the family. So if someone was ill, well, you'd send them a card. Nobody would say, have you got permission to send them that card? No, we did it. It was a family. Local funds raised locally to let other members know we are there with benevolence. And over the years now, as Equity has become an activist trade union, progressive radical, that ability to help people survive mentally, socially, bodily, coming together has gone. So when you talk about enacting legislation to help those survive in the biz, firstly, at grassroots level, one needs to assess whether someone is actually capable of coping being in the entertainment biz. It was Kenneth Williams who years ago said to moi, Nigel, you can talk more confidently when you can demonstrate you've survived in the biz. So I wish them well with this petition at change.org, but I hope somehow we can get through to everyone that we ought to be aware of the individual needs and the collective needs of those in the entertainment biz. I hope this little conversation helps, and please do get in touch by using this email address. Hilary, is that right? We look forward to hearing from you. And until, what was the next? Oh, we've got that one next, haven't we? Well, that will be interesting. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.
Please hit the subscribe button and join us again, because together every viewer helps.
Showbiz, from that warmer place to this slowly getting warmer place, in the hope that warmer good fortune will come your way throughout 2025. But coming your way soon, Reboot Equity. Reboot Equity, Hilary. Reboot Equity.